Hi guys, welcome to another vlog. Today I'm driving the new Baleno. Well, I don't have the key in my hand. Well, you get passive entry for the doors. Let me quickly grab the key. Yes, that's the key of the vehicle. Well, it's powered by a 1.2 liter engine. So by the sound you can clearly say that it's a petrol engine. It's powered by a 1.2 liter petrol engine. It's a top of the model and produces 84 horsepower at 140 Newton meters of torque. Well, there has been a change in the vehicle. Well, coming to the headlights, well, you get projector setup for the headlights, you get turn indicators, you get this beautiful LED treatment which are probably the DRLs, you get a fog lamp over there, a new bumper plate has been added to give a sportier finish. Well, that's a towing hook, I guess. Yes, that's a towing hook of the vehicle. You get a lots of black and chrome on offer. Well, coming to the side of the vehicle, it looks nice and decent as it's a kind of a premium hatchback. Well, coming to the tire sizes, the tire size happens to be 195/55 R16 wheels. These rims really look so good. So Apollo tires have been provided for these. You get request sensor on the driver's door. Well, those are the outside rear view mirrors. Well, you get an antenna over there, you get a rear spoiler over here, you get defogger lines, that's a rear wiper, you get a chrome on offer, that's a reverse parking camera, you get 4 parking sensors which is kind of nice, you get a Suzuki logo there, that's the Baleno written right over there. These lights pretty much look nice. There have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there have been 6 lights placed inside which gives a nice finish to it. Even for the fog lights they have given a 3 type of treatment so that it's of a 3 multiples. Well, now let me quickly now coming to the boot. The boot carrying capacity is pretty much nice, but the thing is that you get a large hump over here, which means you have to pretty much lift the vehicle up for this. Well, the tire size obviously isn't an alloy, and the tire size happens to be 185/65 R15 wheels, which is a steel wheel, lower profile wheels. Well, now this is the petrol tank, as I have already told you. Doors pretty much open wide and large. Well, you get a sort of 2 treatment over here. There have been given upholstery on the doors as well. This is to open up the door, this is to lock and unlock the door. You can easily put up 1 liter water bottle here. Well, in the inside you get a sort of leather seats. I guess these are aftermarket seats. Well, you don't get scooped out seat backs, but there is space to keep stuff here. You don't get rear AC vents though. You get a 12-volt charging socket here. Well, you get 3 handles in total and you get 1 coat hanger. You don't get center armrest either. You get 2 adjustable headrests, which is kind of nice. That's a passive shelf of the vehicle. Yes, you get ISOFIX child seat mounts, which is kind of nice. Floor is almost flat, means that 3 people can easily sit inside. Look at the dashboard design. Let's get to the driver's side door. Now, passive entry, I have the key in my hand. Getting into the vehicle. Well, talking about the driver's side door, you have these ORVM controls over here. This is to adjust that thing. This is to retract your ORVMs. You have space to keep stuff. You can easily fit 1 liter water bottles over here. This is the speaker system. Now you have dedicated slots to open up the hood and the the fuel cap of the vehicle. Let me just turn on the air conditioning and increase the speed. Well, someone is calling me. Well, that's the instrument cluster of the vehicle. You get a big MID unit, which is a color unit, which will indicate exactly which door is open for you. Well, I have opened up the driver's side door. It's showing me the driver's side door. Well, that isn't locked, so you have a handbrake warning, telltale light over there. This cluster looks nice and decent. You get analog units, but still it has been given a blue color finish, which adds beauty to it. You get trip information, average fuel economy and stuff like that. This is to browse through that infotainment system, which is kind of very sleek and nice. You have various settings for it. You can play music. This is the hazard alert switch. This is a automatic climate control system. Well, you get a USB port with the aux cable and a 12-volt charging socket. This is the gear lever of the vehicle. It's a 5-speed transmission. You get a handbrake over here. You have a center armrest too, which is not movable, which is kind of surprising. Now coming to the driver's side thing, well, yes, that was I was expecting. You get a light with a mirror, and for here too, yes, Suzuki has done a great job, you know, in giving up this thing. Well, the lights are placed here, no center, you know, connections for that. That's the outside rear view mirror, I mean inside rear view monitoring mirror, so that can be switched on and off. Well, the cluster feels nice and decent. Let's check what this vehicle has got. Let's get driving. Urge everyone to fasten your seat belts, check for all the doors to be locked. Safety is a must, please don't try to imitate. Now let's get driving. Which means putting up the handbrake down, getting into the first gear. The good thing about this car is you get adjustable, you know, what do we say? The adjustable seat belts too. Well, cluster is all set to go. Let's get going. Well, revving the motor. Rev still 5000 RPM, which is kind of nice for a Maruti Suzuki car. This car doesn't feel that you know, that stiff and rigid though. Let's check what this thing has got. Revving the motor, rev still 5000 RPM. Lot of wheel spin on offer. This vehicle pulls a lot, that's what I can say. It doesn't feel like it's a Maruti Suzuki car, because Maruti Suzuki cars aren't that exciting to drive and aren't that exciting to drive. But the good thing about this is it's better than the Swift, which is of a lower platform, because of the, you know, much more bigger dynamics, the increased stability and the performance as well. Though it's supported by a 1.2 liter petrol engine, the power output from this vehicle is pretty much nice. Well, that's a speed you know, warning which is the vehicle is giving me right now to test. But the driving experience is pretty much nice and great. Well, it's showing me a fuel meter, the economy mileage thing. So it's showing approximately 14.9. The gear feels nice to use. It's not the shortest though. It's kind of upright. So it's like you are handling some big machine. But still, the performance from this vehicle is pretty much great, which makes the driver feel very good, very comfortable to drive and very great to, you know, use the vehicle. Yes, it's not the best in class hatchback, I can say, but it's a fun to car drive. Okay guys, we'll be back with another vlog. Take care, see you soon, bye.